Hey everybody, this is Peter, and in this video segment we're going to install Panda Security's Managed Office Protection. Before we actually get into the install, I just wanted to kind of give you guys an overview of what this is. Most organizations have a central management antivirus/malware server that pushes, updated signatures and policies to the antivirus agents on desktops and laptops throughout the organization. This is essentially the same. The two biggest differences is you do not have to acquire any hardware or licensing for an operating system because the server is not stored in your environment. It's actually a web-based application that you connect to on the Panda security side in order to manage remotely all of your antivirus agents. The second thing that great feature is that Panda Security happens to they were able to shrink down an antivirus agent or endpoint protection agent to 5 megs as opposed to 10, 20, 30 megs of some of the other competitors out there. So that's actually nice. It gives a small footprint on your actual operating system and doesn't bog down your system. So first thing we want to do here is let's act as the client. Okay, we purchased this. Panda send us our username and password. We're going to go ahead and log on to their server in order to push out an agent to one system. So let's go ahead, we'll log on, we'll press enter. The first thing you're going to see is, a nice little graph. It sees that we have 5 licenses free, we haven't used any, and we'll go ahead and push it out. Now, the thing that you have here is you have default groups and default profiles on your initial build here as when you first log on. You don't have to use those. You don't really delete them or anything. You can't delete them actually, but you can create specific ones to show you, or by department, like IT guys, sales guys, HR, accounting, so on, so on, and so on. So let's go into our default profile here and actually show you some of the options you have. You have, turn on antivirus and malware protection, turn on personal firewall, enable automatic updates, so on, so on, and so on. So you can turn on specific things for some groups, some for others. For some profiles, some for others. All depends on what you want to do. We're going to keep the defaults. You can also have a look here. You can schedule scans within a profile. You can send out warnings, so you can put your email server IP address or name as well as your email address to email you, if someone gets infected or their protection has been disabled or so on and so on. All right, so let's take a quick look here at groups as well. In groups, you'll see that we have the default one, default group, and then the profile that's assigned to it and what computers are in specific groups. So we're not going to look at that. We're going to keep the defaults and move forward. So let's move into our installation now. You'll see there's a few different ways, or a couple different ways you can actually install this. You can basically email a user directly, as we're going to do in this video, or you can download the distribution tool and send it out and push it out via GPO or whatever it may be. So like I said, in this video, we're going to actually click on our send via email link here, and you'll see it opens up our email application of choice, and we're going to email this to peter@theacademy.ca. So Peter is our first user that we're going to actually push this agent out to. Alright, so go ahead and press on send, and we'll bring up our Outlook here. Let's see what we got. Alright, do a send and receive. There's our email. Let's shrink that down for a sec. You can see it looks exactly the same as the one we just sent. We'll click on the link and we'll download and install the waagent.msi file. And you'll see, really, guys, it's just a quick next install. So let's go ahead, double click on that MSI file. We'll run it. You'll see it's next. It usually takes about 20-30 seconds, although in this video it'll probably take about 3 seconds and it's done. So after you do that, Panda, the endpoint security agent's installed. Panda, the agent, that is, will automatically go out to the server and connect to it in order to get updates or whatever it may be before it actually wants to reboot your system. So again, it connects to the Panda server, it gets updates, it gets the proper profile that's been assigned to you, the proper group that you've been in, and so on and so on. So let's show that happening right now. We'll bring that screen over from the left-hand side. And here we go. You can see it's connecting to the server, it's doing its thing, and after that happens, again, we have to reboot our system, bring it back up, and what we want to do when we actually bring the system back up is just show you that it's properly installed. So fast forward 2-3 minutes, guys, and there's our system. We've rebooted. We're actually going to log on to the system now and show you exactly what's happening. So remember in the first part, when we first logged on in the status screen there, you saw that we had 5 free licenses and none were used. Well, now you see we have 4 free licenses and 1 is used. Or sorry, 0 were used. I apologize, guys. So let's go into computers, and you'll see now there's a computer named Hatebreed, which is the name of my home computer. I'm not a hater, guys. I just like the band name Hatebreed. So if we actually hover over that, you'll see now that it'll actually give us the IP address of our system, what type of operating system that we're actually running, the last time it actually connected. You see all our status updates are all okay, and green's okay. And you see that our file protection, mail, IAM protection, internet browsing protection, firewall protection, all enabled, all is good. If any of those got disabled though, we would get an alert. So that's how you install it, guys. Thanks very much for coming out, and we'll definitely see you next time. Take it easy.